Yo, what up? It's Will with King's Cards. So this past weekend, I went to the hobby hole up in Montgomery. So I've had this like idea that I've been floating it around on the channel for the entire existence of the channel. So probably about a year now at this point, where I wanted to build a deck for $30, take it to event after event after event, and then upgrade it like $10 per week. And then basically stop when I got an invite. So we were going to go to locals up in Montgomery. We found out when we left to go there that it was an OTS championship. And then, okay, so mission complete. Challenge over. We got third place. It was a smaller OTS championship. I think it was 12 people. And I ended up getting third place. I went 3-1. My only loss was to Tenpai. Tony, what's your name? The Tenpai player who beat me. You're a cool dude, so please, anything I'm about to say, don't take it personally. Bro, sack me out of my shoes, dude. Straight out of my shoes. Nah, dude, you're cool. Cool. Anyways, so this deck costs $30. You might have to spin it, twist it, and do a couple of tricks on it to make it actually become $30. Okay, let me say this. It was $30 when I put the deck together last week. I think now it's like $35. Please just spend the extra $5. So the deck is Rescue Ace Fire Kings. And so the reason that I chose this deck to start with, number one, Bonanza. Bonanza was going to make this deck like a super, super easy upgrade path. And then I also wanted to be a deck that would last the test of time. Fire Kings, I don't know how that's going to do over time. As far as like where the deck could go with like bandless hits and everything like that. It is the best deck in the game right now. Rescue Ace cards are always pretty good. They do rely on the Diabell Star cards, the Snake Eye cards, the Bonfires, and all of that, but you can still play the deck without it. Anyway, so enough for like what the deck was going to be. I still want to do that, and I'm still going to try and do that, but since we just went ahead and did it with a $30 deck, I'm fine with that. So let's go ahead and get into the main deck. Start out with the Rescue Ace cards. So these ratios are gonna look weird. Please don't roast me down in the comments like, why is he playing 8 normal summons? The deck's $30. Chill out. So first, 3 Hydrant. You kind of have to play this card at 3 just because like you need to see Rescue Ace names all together. Like remember, you're not playing One Age, you're not playing Diabell Star, you're not playing Bonfire into Pop into OSS. You're not playing any of that. So you just need to see this card in the number that you need to see this card, no matter like how it is. You just need to see this card. 3 Impulse. This is another way to see this card, but this is also like a hand trap in this deck. This card's absolutely insane against Tenpai unless you go like, they go like normal summon White Dragon, and you go Chain Impulse, and then you summon Fire Engine, and they grab Quick Play, and then they go Chunder Effect to summon from hand, and then you go Fire Engine, summon Airlifter, and then you search Emergency, and then they go Raigeki, and then you cry. It just happens. This card's actually crazy though. So this card and the existence of this card is like why when you play against Tenpai, you want them to shifter you. Because if you can resolve this card under shifter against Tenpai, they can't kill you. This card's just absolutely crazy. You put a 2,500 body on the field that summons a 1,700 defense body, which gets your follow-up, and then you just have 2 big bodies on the field that makes it where you can't be killed. This card's also crazy going second, because it like applies so much pressure. You can summon the Preventer, you can summon the Airlifter. Like this card does everything for you. You can also just summon this. Then 1 Turbulence. Please never play more than one of this card. This card's ass when you open it into your hand. Like it's just a terrible card. Just play 1. You need to resolve the effect to set 4, and then once you do that, you've won. You do not need to play 1 for follow-up. If you set 4, you win. That's like the purpose of this deck. But these ratios are fine. Honestly, I want to play 3 Preventer, but that's just completely incorrect. But still, this card's like probably the most insane card in the game right now. Like it's Extension, it's Interruption, and then it's Extension again. This card by itself represents 2 link materials, and then it's also an Interruption loss on the field, and it's a 2,800 body for some godforsaken reason. That card's just big. So that's it for the Rescue Ace monsters. Don't play Fire Attacker. It's just another brick that you're adding into a deck that's literally just nothing but bricks. 3 Emergency. Some people in like modern Rescue Ace builds are cutting this down to 2 because this card isn't combo by itself. That's fine. They can do whatever they want. We're playing more Rescue Ace cards than the average, so we're going to play 3 of this. This card's E-Telly. This card dodges hand traps, so you're just going to max out as much as you can. 1 alert, 1 rescue. You still play one of each of these. I had considerations to play multiples of these because we play so many hydrants that if we open like hydrant with either of these cards, they just become absolutely crazy. Shout out to my boy Hector. This rescue punished him in that game too. Rescue summoned his Garunix. Pretty crazy. Then we play Contain, Extinguish. These are just the 2 best trap cards. They're actual like good interruption. Reinforce is good, but nobody's playing evenly right now, so you don't actually have to respect that card. And then, so that's it, like, completely for the Rescue Ace. Well, kind of for the Rescue Ace cards. We play 2 Durandal to search the Airlifter or to search the Impulse. Most of the time, this card searches Impulse, because Impulse is a crazy card. For the Fire King cards, it's 3 Kieran, 1 Ponix, 1 Barong, 1 Arvada, 1 Garunix. So you literally, like, these monsters, you play these, this is the only good one, obviously, that's why you play 3 of it. The rest of these, you really don't want to see these cards, but on the bright side, these 2 do have, the neato little effect that if you do open these and you're gonna like pair it with a Kieran, or you can pair it with another card that I'll show you in a second, they just become extenders, and this card's, Ponix especially is just crazy as an extender. But yeah, these cards are just insane when you get into a grind game. They just, like, blow cards out. Garunix, still, the card's crazy, dude. So that's it for the monsters. Triple Sanctuary. So like I said, I'm going to keep saying it. I don't play Diabellstar, I don't play Wanted, I don't play Bonfire, into Poplar, into OSS, or any of that to summon level 1s. So you literally just have to play 5 copies of this and hope that you can open one of it, and then this is what will bridge you into your Fire King cards. And so the reason that you're doing this, and even if the only thing you open is this and Rescue Ace cards, you can go Island, you can pop a Rescue Ace card, you can search Garunix, summon the Garunix, pop Barong, and then next day in my phase, you'll get Barong. Barong searching, go grab the Kieran, and then you can pop again, summon this. This is summon effect of this. You pop this, you summon this, you pop a card, Fields or Sanctuary, Overlay, Dark Hole to Field. You just get like so much interruption just by opening one of these cards, because you don't need to open Fire King cards with the rest of this. You're not trying to combo, you're trying to set up interruption, and you're trying to set up like meaningful interruption that actually does something that is also follow-up. So those cards are crazy. All those. Then I played 1 Circle. This card's really good. So fun fact about this card, it's a completely generic like support card just for fire. It doesn't target a Fire King on the field and then a Fire King in the graveyard. It targets fire cards. So you can use this to like dodge hand traps on your Rescue Ace cards, especially like Hydrant, Airlifter, and Turbulence. So you can do that, and then you can also use this to recycle your Preventers after they've already gone to the graveyard. Some of those bag at free 2,800 attack bodies. This card's absolutely crazy, and then it pops the fire in the process. 1 Skyburn. I wanted to main deck out the Floodgates because I don't trust people at like a locals or an OTS scene to not just be running like and just a monstrosity of Floodgates everywhere. So I played that. For the non-engine, or I call it non-engine. This card doesn't really fit in with anything. This card's pretty good though. Like, this card's good all the way around. I wouldn't say it's great. I thought it was great at first. This card's great when it's paired with Ulcanix, but it's kind of hard on a $30 budget. You know, if you're playing a deck that costs $30 and Ulcanix costs $20, that's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to do. So we're gonna play this instead. So the whole thing with this is that if you have access to your Fire King cards, what you can do. So choose our imagination for a second. We open Hydrant, and then we open Island, and then you have this in your hand. That's right, guys. 3-card combo. We're going to top tables of YCS. So you're gonna go normal summon Hydrant. That'll trigger this effect to summon. You'll summon this, and then this will dump the Magamacho Dragon. And then you can do the, like, just for the sake of this, you'll go Island. Island effect, you'll pop the Hydrant, and then you can grab the Garunix. And then after you search the Garunix, wherever he is, there he is. Since a fire monster that you control is destroyed, you can summon the Magamacho, and then you draw a blank card. So then you have the 2 bodies still in the field, and then this is going to trigger as well, and then you can just still go into your Fire King plays, and you just get a whole bunch of bodies. So this card's crazy. This card's really good when it's paired with Kieran. Most of the time when I was opening this card, it wasn't paired with Island or Sanctuary, it was just paired with Kieran. So you would just like go Kieran, or like normal summon a Rescue Ace, and then summon this from hand, and then you would go Kieran to pop a card you control, and then that would bring the Macho back, and then you have 2 level 8, so you can go into a rank 8. But you also get a draw in the process while doing it, so you might as well do it. 1 for 1, because you play 2 level 1s that are like just turn on 2 engine completely, so you kind of need to play that card. 1 call by, it's the best card in the game right now. Cards good going first, good going second. Extra deck. So this is where like the price of this deck, where it was $30 and is now like $35. Jesse Cotton made a YouTube video. This is like the third time that he's done this, where I have like these ideas for a video and a deck and something that I want to do. And then he posts his video first, and then it shoots up the prices of the cards. And then I can no longer make the video because it doesn't fit the budget that I want to, but I'm still making this video. I don't care that you did this to me again. It's fine though. One Anima. This card's just generically good. It's an OTS championship, and it's also like a local scene. You're gonna catch bozos on this. IPSP. Another thing that like don't get these exact rarities. These aren't the cheapest rarities. But the ultra rare from Bonanza, I checked it this morning. Ultra rare from Bonanza is like $4.50, and that's like with shipping included. So yeah, you can get an SP. Cheapest version of IP is like 25 cents. Pit Knight early. This is for a combo that goes with IP, where you have like these two pointing like this. That's the only reason you play it. It also is a fire monster. Sunlight Wolf. This is the actual best card in this entire deck. This card, just bananas. Phoenix, Hita, Dark. Pretty standard. You just need extension at all costs. Celine. Believe it or not, guys, in a $30 deck, you can't afford a $50 Raging Phoenix. So we're playing Access Code. Double Princess. The two of this came up a couple of times. You're playing a Grindier deck, so you will need two of this. There also are lines to play around Nib where you need the second Princess, but that rarely like ever comes up. But I don't know what else we're going to play this better than this. Maybe like Doolittle. Underworld Goddess. This is for like combo FTK decks. When you're going second against them, you can like easily link climb and go into this, shut their field off. Card's pretty good. For the rank 8s, Runix, big guy. Card's pretty good. Card's really, really good. Hope Harbinger. So the reason that I played this over, so like Zombie Vampire has no value in this deck because there's no like high end of hitting Witch and then Witch, and I don't know what you're gonna set. You're just not gonna set anything. The Photon Lord guy was like $8 or $6, $7, $8, somewhere around there. So we were going to play him, so we played Hope Harbinger. This card has like really good applications in the format. This card's like crazy against Senpai, unless they shifter you, and then they shifter Fuvarosh you, and then they, just have like double hand trap Regeki. It's not your fault, Tony, you're a pretty good guy, but it's not your fault. Anyway, so this card is like pretty good against Senpai, so you can like negate a breaker, and then if they go to battle phase and they try to attack over something else, you can use this effect. Fun fact about this card, when you use the effect when they attack something else to change the attack to this, it immediately goes to damage calculation, so it skips over damage steps, so Chandra will never be able to activate its effect. Just a big heads up about that card. That's why I like it. That's it for the extra deck. Side deck, 3 Retaliating C. Sorry, Hector. This card's crazy. Nowadays in like modern Fire King lists, people have moved to playing 3 Ulcanics, and that is like the play around for Retaliating C a lot of the times, which is fine, but this card's still good in a nutshell. Like, so a lot of like my thought process with this card was there's a bunch of decks that are going to try and FTK you, and those decks are still like out there, even though they're like really, really far out there rogue. But like if you Retaliating See a branded player that can't puppet lock you, this card's insane into fire. It just has like matchups that it's just really, really good into. It's really, really good into Melodious, if you ever draw it against them. Yeah, that card's really good. I like it. I played One Run Volley in the side deck. This is going to look weird, but this is another one of those cards that it's like the Ponix and the Barong, that if it watches a fire be destroyed, it'll summon itself from the hand. And then it's just a spell trap negate. I think this card is like generically pretty decent against Tenpai, and it's also in there for like rogue matchups to play against like Labyrinth, Runic decks, anything like that, just so I don't like get blown out of the water by those. 3 Book of Eclipse. This card's pretty good. It's a generically good breaker. It's good going first and it's good going second. I like it in a Tenpai. It's not like super bad in a Tenpai. If they shifter you and they don't have Ash for this, they're normally not killing you under Eclipse. So I do like that card. Triple Cosmic, Fire King is everywhere, so you play this card for the Fire King matchup. But this card also just has like a bunch of uses everywhere else though. 3D Barrier. I honestly, I don't even care. Like, if you have the money to play it, I still don't think you should be playing Thrust into this. It makes no sense. Like, so at that point, like, hypothetically, if you're playing like the 3 Thrust and then the D barrier, you're playing 4 copies of D barrier, but you're still banking on your opponent interacting with you. And in my mind, sometimes the scariest thing that can happen to me when I'm playing against Tenpai is they do not hand trap me at all, and then they start their turn with 6 cards in hand, and then they just board breaker you out. Like, that's like, no. I just want to draw the card, I want to activate it, I want to win. Anti-spell, this card's pretty good. It's okay. I actually think this card should have just been skill drain. Realistically, that should have just been skill drain. TC Boo. This card's okay in this deck. Like, if you can just stick like Preventer or Turbulence, like Turbulence, and then like set 4, and then just like play off your Fire King cards. This card's really, really good. I drew this against Tony, Tenpai guy, and he scooped one game when I saw it. Anyways, yeah, so that's the deck. I'm not gonna give you like a definite date that I'll be back and I'll like show some upgrades off for this deck. I don't even really know if I want to like continue upgrading with this deck. There are like a couple of other things that I want to do in the format that look really fun. I know one thing, and I don't care what anybody says. I am proud to coattail off of Jesse Cotton's video, and I'll play his Fire King deck that he had. I actually do want to see that deck that he built, that Fire King deck. Can you top a regional with it? Top 8 a regional with it. So check back soon. And thanks guys for watching. We'll see you all in the next one.